Hi there, welcome to Unearthed Realities podcast, a podcast where we give platforms to alternate voices that we simply don't encounter in our everyday lives, and that includes fringe cultures and interesting people. Today we have Mia from Wuhan. Mia, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, hello.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming along, Mia. Mia is from Wuhan, but I'm going to leave it to her to introduce herself.
Yeah, I'm happy to come here. Hi, I'm Mia. I'm from Wuhan, and I'm studying abroad here, and I'm studying music education in University of York. And I'm happy to have opportunity to introduce my hometown, Wuhan. And I'm happy here.
Cool.
So,
let's get into it. Let's get introduced in Wuhan. What is it like day-to-day life in Wuhan? What's kind of special about Wuhan?
I think day-to-day is normal. It's like every people go to work, people go to work, adults people go to work, and students go to school. But we have special things. We are really like to focus in the breakfast because we think breakfast can give you full energy in all day. So we have many options for the breakfast. The one of the famous food is the high dry noodles. It's which is 热干面. This from Wuhan is traditional food in Wuhan for long times.
That's awesome. So we have like a really important food culture. Do you have kind of many interesting restaurants that you go to, for example?
No, really restaurant, just like maybe like some small food in the closed street. You know, this also is traditional in Wuhan. Some things because China every country have a street food. It's easy to buy some food and the people just go.
Okay, that's interesting. And is Wuhan more of a historical or more of like a modern city?
I think both, because we have a big area. We have big area organized together and become Wuhan. They have three big areas. It's like Hankou area, Wuhan area, and Haiyang area. The Hankou area is young people, any people like have fun things, restaurant, and the park and shopping in the Hankou area.
Okay, that's interesting.
And many university in the Wuhan area have many options for the uni. Many people will choose live in the Haiyang area because it's quiet and really comfortable to live here.
That's interesting. And so how does Wuhan kind of differ from other areas? So for example, think of Beijing or maybe Shanghai. How is it different from cities like that?
Of course, Beijing is the capital city, and Shanghai is a finance city, many company and finance in the Shanghai. Wuhan is like we have, but development is no good than Shanghai or Beijing.
Okay, so it's not as better as all kind of large or developed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So we talked about the kind of the food culture. We talked about this kind of balance between historic and modern style. How's the community in Wuhan? Is it quite a close community? Is there kind of like almost a subculture of people from Wuhan, and you differ from Beijing in any way?
Yeah, the community is good, and many people who know Wuhan citizens, but they also choose come to Wuhan to work. Just like some small city, because Wuhan is the first capital city in Hubei province.
Okay.
So many, and the Hubei province have other city, but it's no different than Wuhan. So people from the other city come here, work in the Wuhan.
Okay, interesting. Now, in the West, Wuhan has really become popular, or at least it's become more well-known because of the COVID pandemic, and maybe possibly because of the wet market that's available in Wuhan. what was the difference, or kind of what changed in Wuhan when the COVID-19 pandemic began?
When COVID come in, we go outside with the mask, and we need to test we have body every day, just because the government want to control no people get the COVID, like that. And you said the wet market is not famous in Wuhan, because this traditional market in China. Every city have a wet market. Because this like for the old generation, people like to buy something in the wet market. Because they think this market cheap and fresh, and they come to after the owner say, can you give them discount? Like that, they like to this the process.
The kind of bargain with the
Yeah.
yeah. And this is more of like a cultural. This is all across China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go to the supermarket, you can't to bargain with the people, because just tell you how much this one, you can't bargain. But the new generation people like to buy this one, it's easy, quickly buy anything.
Yeah, it's more convenient.
Yeah. And also some people like choose buy some online, the delivery go home. It's don't need to take at home. So that's why, therefore, some old people like to buy this one.
And so the young generation are kind of moving away from the markets. And would you agree that they're kind of, maybe they're a bit dirty, they're unkept? There's lots of talk in the West about the conditions of the market. Would you agree with that, or what's your opinions on the kind of the conditions of the market out there?
When I was a child, my parents take me go to the wet market. I don't like to go because I think the smell and the atmosphere is no clean, and the people and the road is closed, it's not big, and these people is really convenient. But I don't like this one, and it's really noisy inside. So, but on our side, there's no many supermarkets, supermarkets no famous many in Wuhan. But now, the city changed, everything changed, the development is good, the government to control, to have rural, to give the market. Now market is really clean, and the atmosphere is good, and the smells good, so everything's good, because they have and clean every day. They have to tax the clean every day, so it's good.
So do you see a kind of a conscious effort on behalf of the government to clean up the markets? Do you think that they've really focused in on making the markets better, cleaning them up, and maybe providing better conditions?
Yeah, because they have rural. If you want to rent the place in the market, so you have a contract. They have a government contract. Oh, that's like you have to keep your place clean, and just like that.
Okay.
But I don't know, because I hear like that. But I can see they changing many things. They directed, like the house directed anything. Before in my child's pool, but now there's no pool. They really like the market.
Okay.
Maybe there's no fashion than the supermarkets, but they changed a lot.
Okay, and there's a lot of talk in the West, especially, that the COVID-19 pandemic began in one of these markets, possibly due to the kind of the cramped conditions or even the kind of the dirty conditions. Do you think that's possible? Do you think that the COVID pandemic could have started in one of these markets?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't understand why the COVID come from the market, because I'm from Wuhan. I'm Wuhan local people, but we are just because COVID is suddenly coming. We are also surprised. We have no time to accept, because that happened in the Spring Festival in 2019. And they're suddenly coming. So we don't know what's happened. Before we just think that's like cold, because the COVID make people same symptoms it's like cold, So we don't think but we don't think so. Wow, they're really easy. If you think it's really easy to give other people also sick, we don't realize this one. So when we realize, we're thinking, that's no COVID. So we are also have no surprise about this one. And real they will come from where? I'm not sure. Sorry, but I don't know.
But you can agree that Wuhan was the epicenter, was the beginning of the virus. Do you feel like in China it did originate from Wuhan? You feel like it began there?
Maybe because the first people sick is from Wuhan, so that's why they think Wuhan is the beginning.
And did this affect, for example, opinions of other Chinese people? So did people from Beijing, did their opinions change on people from Wuhan?
Depends. Some people nice, some people is not nice. But I can understand because these people have anywhere in every world. So some people just don't know what's the COVID. So they're afraid. But some people is some people just that's okay. There's no Wuhan problem because that disease we need to face this one. So different people have different opinions. So it depends.
Now you compared COVID to the cold earlier, and it's a little bit dangerous because obviously COVID had a kind of a much larger mortality rate in a shorter time. Was this taken seriously by the government out in China? Did they exercise control, and how did they do that?
Yeah, I think our government is really good because in a long time, government is giving many support for Wuhan citizens, and some people who have a COVID, the government give free take care in the hospital just to disease them. Just help them, it's free. And we at home, they will organize some work. Government people come here, help us to take help us to order the food. We don't need to go outside if some people want some food. Just write in the group, and they organize and they give food for us.
That's interesting, because in the West we see a lot of things about the government maybe. Holding people indoors against their will and kind of really exercising a large amount of control. But it sounds like you're in support of the government's control. Do you think that you are kind of, do you hear stories of maybe people who were kind of against the government during this time?
I think the control is because the sensitive period they needed to control. If they don't need to control, maybe it's easy have more people have a COVID. So in the sensitive time, have a different way to do some things. So I don't think so. That is the rule control. Just more over the control, just like right control.
And do you believe many people agree with this, that they took the right steps to kind of exercise the correct amount of control over the people in Wuhan?
They have no choice because maybe they don't like almost one month at home every day. They go outside, but they're also afraid they get a COVID because on that time we don't know what's the COVID, and we have no medicine of the COVID because the COVID comes suddenly. I think some doctor, scientists also need time to do some plan. To research the medicine, to do some medicine, to make some medicine. So, and then at the moment, no medicine, what I say? No real medicine to come to face any COVID. So on some time, maybe many people don't like at home, but they need control, they need to follow. Because I think no people want to die.
Okay. Well, that's interesting you say that. And now you're in the UK. Wuhan has purely become, well, not purely, but it's mostly become popular in the West because of COVID and because of the events. What's your experience coming to the UK and telling people you're from Wuhan?
When I come to UK, because I am part-time in some shop, and my colleague, oh, you're from Wuhan. What's happening in Wuhan? I think that this is curious, because they have everyone is from the COVID, or maybe just from the news and the website, but sometimes real details they want to know. What's happening in Wuhan? Just curious. It's fine, just like that. Because I think COVID just not make Wuhan some problem, because many in the world, many culture, many country have this one, have COVID. You know what I say? So many my colleagues before they also have COVID. They know. So they just want to know. Oh, in the start, Wuhan, what's happening in Wuhan? Just want to know this one.
It's interesting. So let's finish this up as well. What have you got to say about Wuhan? Any closing statements? And what do you think is the future for yourself and maybe for even Wuhan?
I think because COVID almost go 5 years.
It's been a long time. I
Man,
don't believe it's 5 years.
time.
I think possibly
I know
a few
everything
less.
is normal. It's now it's normal. Government no control. We don't need to go to mask, go outside like that. I think the future is better.
So you believe the future is looking a lot brighter for Wuhan, yeah? And that COVID is in the past, and
yeah.
Well, what else do you think is coming up soon for Wuhan?
I don't know. Because maybe have more development opportunity in Wuhan.
For sure. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in, Mia. That was really interesting to talk to you, and thank you for letting me know a bit more about yourself and about your culture. That was really interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Unearthed Realities podcast. I'm Callum Bannister, and this was Mia from Wuhan. Tune in next time for another interesting guest, an unheard voice, and another opinion that you might not come across in your day-to-day life. Thanks for tuning in. This is Unearthed Realities. Bye-bye.